So, I tell this story in my set about the 7th time I set my kitchen on fire. And I wish I were kidding. It was a pretty normal day to start off with. My grandmother actually had gone out for some time and left me at home alone, which in my defense was a horrible idea on her part. And I decided I wanted to make french fries, but I didn't want to walk all the way down to McDonald's, and I didn't have a car yet. And so I cut up all the potatoes and put the grease on our fire and just let it go. But I thought that if I turned the burner all the way up as high as it could go, that the fries would be done faster. And I was right, because I guess if they're on fire, that means that they're done, but it might be burned a little bit. But by the time I had realized my mistake, the grease had already sloshed onto the burner and the stovetop caught fire, and then I tried to use this blanket to put it out, and it just melted and it didn't work. And then the flames actually ended up on our carpet, and I knew at that point it wasn't going to be a good day for me. So I did all these things to cover it up. I opened the windows, put some air freshener on. I had some help from a neighbor, but what ended up happening was my grandmother came home, and was supposed to have made dinner for all of us, and she asked me what was wrong, and I lied a little bit and told her that nothing had happened and kind of covered everything up, but she slowly saw through that disguise. And I remember she grounded me, and I asked her, why and how long is it going to be till I cook again? And she says, it's not because you set the kitchen on fire. Accidents happen, but you are in trouble because you tried to hide the fact that there was damage in the house to the person that owns the place, and you can't hide that from me. And so I spent a lot of time in my room because I really was grounded, but I was starting to think about a lot of the things that we do to cover up the holes in our carpets, and a lot of the times holes in our carpets are synonymous with the ones in our hearts. And how often do we sacrifice being vulnerable for healing, and what happens when our kitchen fires become more important than the struggles that lit them. And so this is a very old poem. I've had this one written for a while, but it really got to a point where it fit really well with the current repertoire of poems that's going to be out on the Wanderer record. And that story is probably one of the most fun to tell because of the reaction, but also the truth in it is pretty hard-hitting as well. A lot of us are hiding things so that we don't have to confront them or do anything about it, but ultimately we're hiding stuff in our heart from the person who created it, and there's no point in that. But when we speak those things, when we go to find help, we find healing in who we are and can become a better version of ourselves despite our kitchen fires.